Okay, let's continue with the
I
tweets.
do agree a little bit with you. I think that white men, generally speaking, have a higher chance getting away with being insensitive.
What?
That's all I have to say.
Today?
I'm not sure about
No,
that.
about her
but-
tweets. But other than
No, I
that,
know, but I'm
I
saying
love
like
men.
today. You think that? You think that white men get away with saying insensitive things more than other people?
Yes.
More than other
I'm not
races.
sure
Right
about
now,
that.
today.
I'm not sure
Yes.
about. I'm
Oh
not sure
my
about
God,
that.
y'all are
Like if you look
crazy.
at rap music, like if I were to call a woman the B word,
Yeah, what? are you
That's
talking
subjective
about?
though, because
it's
I use
different.
bitch all
That's
the
not fair.
time.
That's not
If
fair.
I even have
But
that debate with my
subjectivity
therapist.
is like whatever
subjective.
you
I
use
also
is going to make your
It's a
life, your
subjective
point
metric,
easier.
You know,
to
like
use
to me.
rap music to
well, because in rap music,
it.
they'd be throwing around the word.
But that's a
They do,
predominantly
and it's
black thing, and we're
crazy.
talking about white men right now.
Okay, let's continue
yeah,
with the tweets.
but the contrast
But
is
why
to
does it?
ask the
Why does it matter
question
what their
of-
race is? It's not okay.
Well, they're
But
asking
a white
about,
guy
like, my white
could
men
make a rap
tweets,
song
and
and
he's
do
reading
yeah,
up
and
rap.
it's still
but
not
that's like-
okay.
Yo, shout out Eminem. What's up?
Yeah, they're just
But it
talking
is
about,
because it's
I
we're
rap,
talking about a rap
like-
Shout
song.
out. You rap?
I rap.
Oh, pause the show. Pause the fucking show.
Oh,
Let's hear
God.
something.
Oh,
Dum, tss,
what do you? I don't know.
tss, dum, tss. Let's go. Come on, drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Come on. Let's hear the rap.
Imagine if I
Let's
did that.
hear the.
Okay. Okay. Wait.
You got it.
Okay. Let me see. Can't hold my breath, can't hold my tongue. Think I'm naive or really that dumb? Life in the trap, already so rough. You're lucky I'm flossing and don't have my gun. It's on and it's popping, get ready to run. One time before, already too much. I cut the cords and I'm calling your bluff. I was so lucky. Lucky for what?
That was dope.
Yeah.
That was the shit.
yeah, do a mic
Yo.
tip.
Boom. That was the shit, son. Okay. Next tweet.
Ew, you're so disgusting. Hashtag men. 2015.
Little-
Ooh, that was a tough
Little
year.
misandrous, don't you think? Okay.
What?
Next.
Sorry, what does misandrous mean?
It's the opposite, of
Opposite of
misogyny.
misogyny.
The
Okay.
hatred, contempt
Ooh, okay.
of men.
God cursed me with a middle-aged and African men hitting on me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's like 2010. That's like
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
that's 8th grade.
No,
But
hold on.
I love
22.
African men.
No, they can be a
now,
lot.
It didn't sound like you
18,
liked them that
17.
much then.
Well, that's also when I was growing up, like 7th grade Republican. So
Okay. Do you want to go ahead?
men are disgusting pigs. I'm sick to my stomach.
I like how you emphasize these. Like, these are how they sounded in my head.
Now,
No,
granted,
exactly.
I will grant you that was in 2011. Do you still feel that way?
Not so much now. I mean, that realistically, I was 14 during that time.
Well, you said you're 28, so 2011. That
2010.
Well, that most recent one I think was 2011. Wait,
Okay. So that's
on.
a year after 8th grade.
10 years
fif-
ago.
15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, my math- sorry,
I grew up in a very
math is
conservative,
fucking
like
terrible.
racist ass, like neighborhood area.
Orange County?
I grew up in Orange County.
We had some OC girls.
And so I used to be like a whole different person. And
Shout out OC.
you
kidding,
know,
just
you
kidding.
wouldn't. I
Tweets.
can see those tweets. I
Let's
get
see
it.
the tweets. See the more tweets.
The real world makes me hate men
Now,
even more.
are you talking about
the show?
The show. Okay.
Yeah.
okay. But it makes you. The show makes you hate. men.
Yeah, but now I know more about reality TV, and I've
Even
been on
more than you
reality TV to know.
Already did. Okay. Next.
Yes. Today I wish I had a little shirt that said "I hate men." That'd be so cute in a
2017.
crop top.
2017. Is it hilarious?
Yes,
Would you, if I had a shirt that said "I hate women," would that be hilarious?
that'd be low key
I'm
iconic.
laughing because I've just known her for so long, and I just think it's funny that she's.
Is it funny?
I think it's sad.
I'm laughing, so it is.
Well, there's no
But
homicidal misandrous. Like, if you wore a shirt that said "I hate women," you'd be akin to like people like Christopher Harper Mercer, Elliot Rogers, incels who have actually left those kind of posts on Facebook and then killed like a dozen women.
I think you have something for this, Andrew.
No, I'm just saying
Yeah,
that a
well,
woman
this
has never
would-
said "I hate men" and then gone and killed 12 men.
Just
No,
because-
they do. They just do it in their nursing roles. See, what they do is they do it over time in nursing roles and in roles where they're supposed to be taking care of children, things like this. That's when women kill.
Wait, can you elaborate?
Yeah. So, for instance, women who are in roles where they're taking care of children, okay, whatever that role is, far more likely in those roles, right, to hurt those children over time.
The male
I'm
children?
talking about the homicidal.
Are you
ones.
talking?
Yeah.
Any
the-
child.
yes.
Male children.
Yes. The
Well,
male
Like, it have to be a
Specifically-
specific male.
well, they
you're
kill
saying?
what I'm saying is that
In fact-
women kill. They just kill differently. So when you're like, the hatred towards women is an indicator that the men are going to hurt women. It's like, well, but it's an indicator both ways. It's just that because women kill differently and much more sadistically, in my opinion, it's even more sadistic. That's not to say that they don't, if they have a problem towards men, them, because they clearly do. They just do it in capacity of caregiver, nurse,
Wait, you're
things
saying
like
they
this.
disproportionately harm male children?
Well, if they hate men, yes.
Also,
That's
But
the
you
thing.
also-
There's a statistic that women are disproportionately hurting male children. And
Well, yeah.
caregiver
Well, let me
roles.
give you an easy example of them disproportionately hurting male children. A lot of female teachers, do they think they have sex with more male children or female
let's not-
children?
And you think those are the type of women who are wearing a shirt that maybe says "I hate men," like, and that they test positive for misandry?
That's not what your question was.
It was related to him saying
That was
whether
not
a
your
shirt
question.
would be any type of
No,
indication.
no. You're changing the goalpost. Your
You know you
question
gotta keep it one
specifically.
track over here.
Your question to me specifically was: are you saying that women harm male children more?
Because that was in response to the idea that
And
if a
then the
man
answer-
wears a
okay,
shirt
but the
that
answer
says "I
is
hate
yes,
women,"
they
it's
do
usually
harm 'em more.
it's usually correlated to being in an incel community, which does
What?
is a
No,
maybe
it's
are
not.
a
Can I
proponent of violence
just
against
say-
women.
So are you fine with the shirt?
I didn't say I was fine with it. I'm just saying you're trying to make it. You drew an analogy and said it was a pure parallel to say having a shirt that says "I hate women," and I'm saying it's not.
It is. It's.
It's not.
It is
But
the
you-
pure-
you-
What
but
would
I
be the
also
pure
want to
parallel?
be real with me.
What? No. What would be the pure parallel?
There is no pure parallel because as much as she tweets men are gross, she's never going to be so incentivized that she goes and kills 12.
actually the
even
difference.
even
How
if,
do you know that?
Even if
No.
she's curved by
Here's-
12 boys in 1 year, she's never going to go kill. That just doesn't happen.
How do you
But
know
that. Okay, hold on.
Where are the stories?
But-
Where are the
but-
statistics?
Caregiver positions, they do kill. I don't know where you
But
come
they're
up
not-
with this
and then
idea.
show a tweet of those caregivers saying "I hate men." We're drawing a correlation between misandry and disproportionately harming
Are
men.
you serious? There's whole books that are devoted on this topic about how female serial killers are often they're mad at men because they were abused or because of any number of different problems they have with men specifically.
like male
it's a huge
serial
red flag.
killers
Okay,
Like,
male-
for
female
instance,
serial
if
killers
I
are
was-
espousing
so
misandry?
here, I'll give you an example of this. Let's say that I had a nurse. I was like in a hospital laid up or something. And I went on this nurse's Twitter and it had all the tweets that were like this. Think that wouldn't be a red flag for me to be like, maybe don't come in my room and play with my IV. Maybe don't come in here and change my drip.
Okay, I'll give you that. That's like a fair
Right.
thing.
Okay.
But also,
But-
I want you guys to be really real with me right now.
Okay.
Those tweets, majority of them, let's be real, 2010, 2018, I'm still living at home. I have a father who punches me in the face,
That's
strangles
wrong.
me,
That's
throws
wrong.
furniture at me, beats me up against an oven, does all sorts of things, killed me almost 3 times.
That's
like
wrong.
all these things. You don't think, I'm not saying those are right, but you don't think me tweeting at 14 being like, I hate men is like the worst thing? Like,
Look.
Right,
it's
but-
like a
You weren't
diary.
14 though.
It's
You were in your
but those were
early-
chronics
you
between
were-
14 and 20 years
But you
old
have
of when
recent-
I still lived
You have
in.
much more recent posts where you say men are trash, men are gross,
Yeah.
men suck. Those are much more recent.
But not only that, he asked you this, right? So
But-
this is fine to give that qualifier.
And I also said I was coming out of my man hating phase.
Yeah, hey, it's fine for you to have that qualifier, and I'll say, okay, sure, that's a fair qualifier, except he asked you literally 5-6 minutes ago, hey, do you still feel this way? And you were like,
Kinda.
yeah, kind
Well,
of.
you
So
like
it's
were
like,
jumping
well,
up and down for him to read
I'm
them,
just-
so it doesn't really matter when they were written if you
I
still
mean,
feel
because
the
I
same
think
way.
they're hilarious.
But you think it's
Okay, that's
funny to
weird.
say that men are trash, men are gross. I would actually argue. I mean, because you were saying, well, what's the impact? It's pretty shocking to me that, for example, if a man were to say those same things, you just replace man with women. You would get in major trouble. You'd get canceled. But here she is. She's a supermodel.
there's also-
her
Sorry.
own words. You're booking gigs. You've got all these like.
Booked and busy.
That's cancelable. That would be a cancelable offense if you were a man to
But-
say, "I hate women."
That's
I mean,
also
to be-
backed by like how you said men are the almost sheer enforcers of power. They're
what?
stronger than us. So if going back to what you said, men are always stronger than women. They're always the bigger ones. They can enforce everything. So if we use those parallels and a man is tweeting that, you can look at it from the lens that he can actually enforce I hate women. He can actually go overpower a woman versus from you and what you said
But
about
most men
the
don't.
power dynamics. First of all,
What?
I didn't say
I need
that
to see
every
those
man goes
statistics.
and beats and hurts women, but if you think that you think that
No.
there's no violence against
Yeah.
women just for
I'm
having
not
a
saying that
vagina,
there's not.
and there's a violence against there is violence.
I'm not saying there isn't.
and I'm just
Yeah.
saying
Here,
there's
but-
violence
but-
against femininity, and I'm just hold on. if you switch the tweets, statistics would show that if a man's expressing those things, it might be come out a little bit more violent and a little bit more dangerous than a woman. This is just.
Let me ask you
Well,
guys.
also being part of the
hold on.
LGBT community,
Okay, that's
this
irrelevant.
is kind
That's
of like
irrelevant. Let's not get into the weeds here.
It's-
Do you guys know who Andy Warhol is?
yes,
Okay. What happened to Andy Warhol?
like in terms of what? Death, life.
He was
art?
murdered
Yeah,
by
a woman.
who was a raging anti-male feminist. She wrote a book called The Scum Manifesto.
Yes.
Her name was Valerie Solanas.
Yes.
So this idea that women are not, one, capable of violence, or
I
that
didn't
they
say
don't
that.
inflict
Who
violence.
said that?
But
just
but
showed us I don't
this
know. You just said this,
misandry.
so
Hold on,
writing a
no, hold on.
manifesto versus tweets between
no, it's
14
No,
not just that.
but Farha was
A
making the
manifest.
point. Farha was making the point that that misandry does not lead to violence when actually it
It's
has.
If you
it
look at the
does.
statistics,
I think what she was trying to say, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's less likely.
Yeah, but
to
let's
lead
just
to
assume.
violence.
Let's assume for a second that so none of that's true. But let's just assume it is. Let's just say that it was only less likely by 10%.
Okay.
Right.
That's a big chunk of
Yeah,
people.
but who cares? That's still a massive. It would still be a massive problem and a massive red flag for you to say. Yes, women do it too. They act out with misandry. They just do it 10% less than men. So what? Wouldn't it still be a massive red flag that we should watch out for and still look at it the same way we would
If
at
I'm
men?
being very honest, a lot of men usually like that I say that stuff because
What?
Yeah, the reason being is they think it deters other men. So they're like, "Oh, the woman who hates men chose me. She must love me."
They think she won't cheat because she's a misandrist, is what
That
she's saying.
is-
And so
the
most guys
craziest
that I
thing.
love when I say that, they're like, "Oh my, yeah, like you're only fucking with me. I'm special."